Michael, great to see you. Michael, your reaction to the DNC and then also what you are doing, offering to support pregnant women near the DNC. Tell us all about it.
Well, the DNC, I think, has been a resounding, helpful aid to the Trump campaign. It has put on display the depravity in the Democratic Party. It has put on display the perversion they hope to utilize to influence the United States population. The Democrats truly are not the Democrats of 30, 40 years ago. And that is evidently clear after watching even a few clips over the course of the past few days. It's also very clear that it's still Obama's party at the end of the day. And so he tried to present last night as the unity candidate full of hope and vision for the future. But the problem is the Democrats have a 4-year track record now over the last 4 years of absolute chaos. President Donald J. Trump will bring law and order, peace, safety, security, and the Democrats have no plan to rebut that. That's number one. Number two, there was no greater sign of the Democrats' depravity and desire to pervert the next generation than them allowing for a Planned Parenthood bus to roll up on the scene and offer abortions and vasectomies to interested participants outside of the arena in Chicago. This was absolutely disgusting. And it showcases how much the Democrats truly these days are anti-life in their messaging and in their actions. What we decided to do, as a reminder, we created a company called Every Life. It's the fastest growing baby brand in the world right now. And it is also the only pro-life, pro-family diaper and wipes brand. We decided to show up at the DNC as well. And we actually partnered with Sidewalk Advocates for Life to offer women who would choose life, that were pregnant, the ability to receive free ultrasounds and a lifetime supply of diapers and wipes for their baby. And while the Democrats are singing messages of destruction, we are trying to celebrate a message of life and hope and family and faith. And that's exactly what we decided to do at the DNC. And thankfully, we've had quite a reception there in Chicago.
This is really important. And I just want, how can people support the company itself, Michael? I want to repeat that because it's very important. Say that first, please.
Well, Every Life, you can find us at everylife.com, is the only pro-life, pro-family diaper company in the United States. This always shocks people when I share this, but every single major other diaper brand in the United States today is either vocally or financially pro-abortion, whether it's Coterie or Honest or Hello Bello or Pampers. These companies, in many cases, actually donate to Planned Parenthood, which is absurd, not just morally, but also economically. It makes no sense, but it shows you how much this socially progressive driven company corporatism has really infected the United States economy. What we've decided to do is actually celebrate life in every purchase. We give back as a portion of our proceeds through our Buy for a Cause program to pregnancy resource centers. We have over 600 that we're in partnership with around the country. We have deep partnerships with over 300 churches. So if you are a parent and you're looking for diapers or wipes that are clean ingredients, that are high in quality, a premium product, and celebrate and affirm the value in every single innocent life, we'd love for you to partner with us at Every Life. Here at the DNC, we wanted to be intentional to make sure that while the Democrats are pushing a message that is anti-life on its face, we are actually celebrating the innate value in every single God-designed human being from the moment of conception. And we hope that this message of hope through our brand Every Life ultimately spreads across the country and eventually around the world.
So help me understand this, that the Planned Parenthood has a mobile truck where they have now terminated 25 babies. So 25 babies have been terminated at the DNC, and they are bragging about it. And there's also vasectomies. Thank you, guys. Great pull on the B-roll. That is the abortion truck that rolled into the DNC from Planned Parenthood. This is celebrated. This is considered to be great and really praised by the leadership of the Democrat Party. This is honored and acknowledged by them as being terrific. So can you please, Michael, tell us, typical corporate America right now, corporate America is in alignment with Planned Parenthood, and they find nothing wrong with this. Talk about what your company is doing as in disagreement, obviously, with what Planned Parenthood is doing. And I think that what people need to understand, what people need to realize is that the Planned Parenthood agenda is articulated and held by major corporations in this country. Is that correct?
It is. In fact, 300 of the largest companies in the United States after the overturning of Roe v. Wade 2 years ago came out and said, not only are we in support of Planned Parenthood, but we are actually going to fund our employees' abortions. So if our employees want to travel across state lines, we'll pay for all the travel. That was the message to their employees. And these are companies like Amazon. These are companies like Procter & Gamble. These are companies like Starbucks or Lululemon, some of the main staples of the American economy. And it's heartbreaking to witness. Not only is it very anti-life in nature, but going deeper than that, it's also very sinister for a corporation to actually fund the demise of your family unit. And they will say that it's because we support a women's right to choose. But in reality, what Amazon actually cares about is making sure that you stay the cog in the wheel that they need you to be. They can't deal with the idea that you would take paternity leave and that you would actually leave the corporate entity for a few months, or God forbid, would actually decide to stay home with your kids. They can't handle that loss in productivity. So what they'll do instead is say, we care about women's rights. Here's $4,000. Go get an abortion. It's disgusting. And Charlie, what we've done in response to this is not only celebrating life with our brand, partnering with pregnancy resource centers to ensure that we're giving actual free diapers to mothers in need. For our own staff, we have 120 team members now on full-time staff. When any of our staff, Charlie, has a baby or adopts, we actually give a $5,000 after-tax baby bonus to our employees. We believe ultimately that strong families will build a strong company, just like strong families build a strong nation. And right now, our birth rate is sinking dramatically across our country. The last thing we need to do is incentivize the demise of the family unit. We need to celebrate the growth of our population. We need to celebrate the growth of the individual families that are making up our companies and our country. And that's what we're proud to do at Every Life.
Why do you think that corporate America is so on board for this depopulation agenda? Is it that we want you to have no kids so you can be better obedient corporate slaves to whatever ridiculous company that they're employed by?
That's exactly right. It is certainly about upping productivity, so they believe, within their workforce. We actually find the opposite, though, by the way. We find that the best employees that feel like they can have the most longevity and sustainability at our company are the ones that feel like their company has their back to build their families in strength and for them to be able to engage in their community. But corporate America falsely believes that if they incentivize the destruction of your family unit, that somehow they will receive greater productivity out of you, that you'll work into your 30s and 40s and 50s childless. And because of that, you'll be a more productive agent for their bottom line. There's also an immigration play here, Charlie. The major corporate entities that dominate our country don't love American labor at the end of the day. They want immigrant labor. So they don't really care that the American birth rate is pummeling because they can get lower wages to pay to foreign-born workers that are coming into the United States. This is why we've seen foreign-born job growth skyrocket over the last 5 years, while native-born job growth has actually stayed completely stagnant. It has flatlined. It has not grown. And this is all part of the same agenda. They don't care if Americans are having less children, as long as we're opening the borders and flooding in immigrants that can do the same job for a lot cheaper. That's how they view this. It's all a matter of ones and zeros. These aren't people on the other end of their interactions if you're a Jeff Bezos or if you're a Starbucks. They just don't care. And I hope that consumers take that to heart. I certainly hope that employees at these corporate entities take that to heart as well. Corporations and government are in bed together in order to fully incentivize the destruction of the family unit in the United States, open our borders to allow for lower wages, and depress American workers and American small businesses in the process. We exist as a company, you exist as a show, to not only call these issues out, but also be the agents of change that are trying to push back against this destruction and demise.
So help, just 1 minute remaining, plug the website again, and then I want to talk about Kamala Harris's economic policies and what that would mean for the entrepreneurs at Public Square. But to remind the audience how they could support one more time.
Well, best way you can get started in supporting our brand and our mission is by heading to everylife.com. You'll find out a lot there, whether you're a parent, a grandparent wanting to purchase diapers for maybe your kids or your grandkids. If you are someone who maybe doesn't have children, but you just want to support the mission, you can actually engage in our Buy for a Cause program. And you can find out all of that at everylife.com. Related to Kamala's economic policies, Charlie, it is absurd to me that not only has she proposed price controls, which is literal communism, It's been tried before. It's never worked. If you look at Maduro, you look at Soviet era Russia, if you look at China, and a great leap forward, time and time again, price controls, especially related to food, have always been the first pin to drop that ends up destroying your entire economy. But to go further than that and to promote things like a 28% corporate tax or a 44% capital gains tax, which is in alignment with Biden's previous proposals, or the most absurd, a 25% tax on unrealized gains, you are going to destroy the innovative and entrepreneurial spirit that has built this country, because no longer will there be any incentive for us to build businesses.
That is the intent.